Alright, so we're doing the Lonesome Road for Fallout New Vegas, and, well, I should say, not so Lonesome Road, because I'm streaming with friends.
Hmm.
Aww. I found out a real close friend of mine watches my videos to sleep sometimes when they're missing me.
No.
I'm about to cry! Okay, not really, but still. You know, it's kind of beautiful in a fucked up way. Anyway, I also came prepared. Because Lonesome Road is one of the hardest DLCs for Fallout. Some would probably argue it's harder than Dead Money, but, well, y'all gonna know about Dead Money when I stream that bitch one day. You know what I mean? So, anyone have any questions about the story of the Lonesome Road?
Tell me about it.
So basically, if you know anything about Fallout New Vegas, the courier was just, the main character, the courier, was just a guy that delivers stuff. Well, he delivered one package that basically caused a nuke to go off. And this really pissed off this guy named Ulysses, who... Well, I imagine you see your home get destroyed, you'd get pissed off too. So he blames the courier for, you know, basically blowing up his home and all that shit, even though he had no way of knowing. So you basically go to that destroyed area because you get a strange radio transmission. And when you're here, you find out
Ralphie! Fly far, fly fast!
you basically find out that the silo you go to, that the radio transmission is coming from, houses a copy of your iBot from the base game. Well, I say copy, but I'd argue that it's probably the original model.
Experiment log 369248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready. Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout.
I like how the robot just talks and beeps. I like how the robot just talks and beeps, but your character can fully understand him.
Sounds about right. So, that's one thing I do find weird about this DLC. That's
What's
barely it's kind of barely acknowledged in other Fallout media.
What's that?
There's a creature that was introduced in it called the Tunnelers. I don't know if I really need to explain this, but they're fucking terrifying, and they can kill a Deathclaw easily.
Yeah.
They're about the size of a small child, and they can kill a Deathclaw, which is about 8 feet tall.
Dr. Grant? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Nice.
Ah, Whitley. There you are. Orders from Colonel Autumn. He feels the iBot Duraframe project isn't advancing quickly enough. I'm too...
You didn't even disengage his damage avoidance protocols. You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a machine. See here. I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Get the hell out of here!
Fine, Whitley. It's your lab. At least until I tell the Colonel about this.
Also, I'm kind of surprised other Fallout media doesn't acknowledge the special types of ghouls from this DLC.
How do they not acknowledge?
Well, let me put it this way. There's these, the place you go to was kind of the location of a huge fight between the NCR and Caesar's Legion. And when it got nuked, they got hit with a specific kind of radiation that fucked them up worse than any other ghoul.
Alright.
Like, ghouls look like they have rotting skin. These guys look like they have no skin at all. In fact, if you're watching the stream, this is what they look like.
Oh, that's what they look like?
Yep, they're called marked men.
Gotcha.
Now, there is one small complaint I have about this DLC.
Now,
What's that?
When you talk to Ulysses, he takes for fucking ever to talk to.
Oh.
Oh.
Does he have one of those, like, slow Parthenax voices?
Listen, we don't disrespect party snacks in this channel.
Listen. Listen, I love Parthenax, don't get me wrong, but he talks so slow. He talks slow. It's okay, though, because we love Parthenax, but he talks slowly.
People who talk slowly.
It's like, there's normal talking, and then there's Parthenax. He talks very slowly, kind of like this. So you can see why that kind of feels dragged out sometimes.
It does, but I'll tell you this much. From my Skyrim playthrough, sitting down and actually listening to him talk, it's kind of like talking to your grandpa. Like, you don't necessarily hate it.
Right, but it's kind of like... mm.
Ah! I am so glad. So fucking glad. I got certain perks. Also, if anyone's wondering why I'm dressed like an NCR Ranger, It's so I can get that special outfit at the end.
There's your signal. Faint, but there. You came. Good. Curious, maybe. You want the Mojave without a flag on your back. That'll end soon. Can't walk the long 15 and not have a nation's shadow fall on you. Maybe you just need to be tested. Or you believe in nothing. We'll see. I'm a courier. Courier 6 was Courier 6. Like you. And not like you. In all the ways that matter. Spent too many years looking for you. Now letting you come to me. Thought carrying that ship would end you. No. You got lives in you. Hard to kill. Storms, bullets, sand and wind. Yet still you walk. For now. Words are the only way couriers meet. Sometimes it's the paths we walk. But no, we've never spoken before now. You may not know my voice, but we've walked the same places. The long 15 to Prim. That wasn't the only road you ever walked. I've been to your home, the place you kept returning to. May not be the place you were born, was the place you gave life to. Same thing. People forget couriers can keep communities alive until the day they're gone and their breath catches in their throat. Meant to? No. Never. Your burden. Weigh you down long enough to let death catch up to you. But you survived. There was death in that package. And while the chip is important to old world ghosts, no. You are more dangerous than that chip ever could be. Maybe why you found each other. Little piece of the old world speaking to you, waiting for you to wake something else up with it. We all question of how close. You dodged it. For a time. You're good at that. Talent for it. With that chip weighing you down, a burden. Lets death move a little faster without me pulling the trigger. Promises to keep to others. And the Mojave's dangerous enough left to the land. The land has its way. If I wanted you dead, we would have met sooner. Not sure that's the way this ends. Might be that history needs to have its say. If not, then messages will do. The robot with you. All of them are machines, radios, old world tech reshaped with new hands, historians, couriers carrying messages. Seen them as I've walked the divide, tending other machines. That one, sealed inside the Hopeville silo. Sign America is waking up. It will follow you, obey you, carry it until we are face to face. Then there'll be no more need for it to carry my words. The divide. This place is a slice of it. Old military. Can still smell the pride and the fear. Hope of the old world, wrapped in fencing, covered in storm. Got new inhabitants now, other than ghosts, more recent, recruits. America sleeps in the divide, giants beneath the earth. You saw one locked in the silo beneath you. There's more. Only takes a few of them, locked below ground, to tear apart the earth and cast dust, sand, ash into the skies above. You'll see the extent, the miles of it, soon enough. You need to see it, walk it. For now, eyes alert, watch the streets below. There's still life in the divide. Threats other than the storms and wind. New inhabitants. These new inhabitants, not natives, most of them, came with duty, purpose, ready to kill each other. The divide was stronger. Left marks on them too. Not bear, not bull. Now, radiations mark them. Made them equal in history's eyes. As vicious as the storms are, these shadows of Legion, of NCR, silhouettes of things to come. If you saw their corpses, you saw mercy, got what they deserved, coming to the divide. The bear and bull. NCR, Legion, kin in waves, before and after, right into the invisible fires, the wind, ground, collapsing beneath them. Once under different flags, now they are equal in their hatred of the trespassers, you and I. Even as the fires here burned them from within, the winds of the divide tore their skin, exposed them, screaming to the sky. And just as the divide tears at them, so they tear at each other, for sport, like some tribal scarification. Falling back to their history, maybe. No matter what they suffer, the radiation, fire of the divide sustains them, makes them stronger. There's truth in your words, in what I've seen of their tactics, movements, recovery, those wounds. They couldn't live otherwise. The divide winds have torn the skin from many of them. Maybe the radiation is the only thing keeping them walking. They camp near silos, warheads. No way to cleanse the radiation. Makes them hard to slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You're resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. And their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there. The rest, up to you. Who are you who do not know your history? You came all this way for answers. Only currency I have. Nothing else to be gained. Could turn around, walk away at any time. If history matters to you, you'll need to earn it. Any laws of mine, I have already cast away in the divide. They're lost to you. For now, find the trigger for the warheads buried in Hopeville. The divide will send its worst against you. It may break you. We'll see if you're stronger. Road gets rougher from here. Courier left marks for you.